Hi lads, I'm just going to quickly explain to you the different processes of erosion and then transportation. First of all, hydraulic power, which usually involves simply the sheer force of the waves smashing into the cliffs and the sheer force of the water causing the cliff to erode. What happens is that trapped air is blasted into the holes and cracks in the rock, eventually causing the rock to break apart. The explosive force of trapped air operating in a crack is called cavitation. Corrosion involves fragments of rock being picked up and hurled by the sea at a cliff. The rocks act like erosive tools by scraping and gouging the rock. Abrasion, similar to corrosion, is the sandpapering effect of pebbles grinding over a rocky platform, often causing them to become smooth, such as in a wave-cut platform. Solution. Some rocks are vulnerable to being dissolved by seawater. This is particularly true of limestone and chalk, which form cliffs in many parts of the UK. And finally, attrition. This is where rock fragments carried by the sea knock against one another, causing them to become smaller and rounder. These are all our types of erosion. Transportation. Larger particles are rolled along the floor. And you can remember it's called traction because it looks a bit like a tractor as it rolls slowly round and round and round our larger pebbles. The next smaller particles are moved by saltation, whereby the particles are bounced along the bed of a river. If you banged your kitchen table at home, your salt might jump up and down off the table, and hopefully you can remember that is saltation. Next size down particles are carried by suspension. So they are suspended in the flow of the water and carried along in the water's movement. And then finally, solution, whereby particles are dissolved and then carried in the flow of the water. So we've got traction, we've got saltation, we have suspension, and solution. We must know all these different terms of erosion, and we must know all these different terms of transportation.